Welcome back, everybody. We have our good friend Melodie Graves here with us this morning, and we are talking about the history of Juneteenth. So, Melodie, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now we know we have the celebrations, the Juneteenth, the iconic parade, and things like that. But really, kind of talk to us about the history of Juneteenth and why Juneteenth is celebrated.
So Juneteenth in Texas is celebrated is because it was approximately 2 years after all the slaves were released from slavery that Texas found out. And so for us, it's important that we understand our history and that we use it as a time to celebrate contributions that we were able to make to society.
Absolutely. Now in the past, off camera, of course, and in passing, we talk about, some notable figures in the history of Amarillo. For viewers that don't know, talk about some notable figures that maybe some people don't think about when it comes down to the Panhandle area.
And I think the first person I think about is Bone Hooks. He was the founder of the North Heights community. But since then, I think there have been a lot of pioneers in our community. You had Mr. Charles Warford and the contributions that he made, Miss Iris Lawrence and the things that she did. The list just goes on of the people who have made a way for us to be where we are today.
Yeah, I think also for me that Dr. Wyatt comes to mind as well, because when you go to the Cultural Center, a lot of people don't know that's actually where his hospital was.
Yes.
When it comes down to the north side. Okay, what are some of the notable ways that that people can celebrate or that y'all have coming up to celebrate the Juneteenth holiday?
Just to celebrate, we have a list of events that are starting. Last night we had a business social where people could come and interact together. Tonight we are doing a celebration for the queens who have won the Juneteenth pageants before, and we hope that this will be a tradition that every 5 years we'll be able to bring the queens back, talk about where they are, the impact that the pageant had on them, and just be able to celebrate them a little bit more. Then we'll move on to, we'll have, on Juneteenth, we'll actually have a brunch actually at the Culture Center, and we've been doing some renovations at the Culture Center, so we're excited about showing the community kind of like what all is going on there, and we're bringing back the opportunity to buy the bricks that were on the wall, so that'll be an opportunity. Then we'll have, of course, the park celebration and the parade, and then we'll have the church in the park on the Sunday, and that's all at the end of the week. But at the beginning of the week, we'll do what we call Empowerment Week, and that's where we bring some really important resources to the community. That Monday, we're going to have a raising of the flag, the original Juneteenth flag, at the Culture Center. Okay. Then we'll have an educational night and also a financial literacy night. So it's a lot of good stuff coming up these next coming 2 weeks.
Absolutely. And, the Juneteenth celebration, it's evolved from just the parade and hanging out at the park to, all the different avenues. Why is it important to encompass so many different aspects to the celebration now?
I think it just shows the diversity of who we are as a people. I think it's important that we celebrate all month long. Everybody, there's so many days in June that everybody has an opportunity to do what they feel like is celebration. And I think it's amazing that we all come together and just celebrate.
Okay. And last question for you, how can people connect with you to find out more?
They can find us on Facebook. We are at the Amarillo 2026 Amarillo Juneteenth celebration, and they can find us there. And we have all the events there, all the registrations are there and everything. And as always, they can always reach out to me and I'll send them the links directly.
Sounds good. All right, Melodie Graves, thanks so much for being here this morning.
All right, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And for more information, you know where to go, myhighplains.com.